Hey guys, and welcome back. I thought it would only be fitting that while spinning a colorway called the Witching Hour, we could talk about some things and stuff. Now, this is the first kind of unofficial start to my cryptozoology corner of this channel. And today, I've got something to tack on the end, though, about the whole clown scare thing that's going on. But that'll come at the end of the video. Right now, we're going to talk about wendigos. Now, I know that a lot of people see wendigos as a more mythological type creature, but I classify them as cryptozoological. Because even though the legends originate in Western United States Native American mythology, more specifically the Southwest, there have been sightings of wendigos and reports of wendigos in the last 30 years that actually track across the world. Some of them, more interestingly, in and around Germany. And the odd thing about wendigos is there's not a whole lot of correlation between legends of these areas where they're being sighted. They're being sighted worldwide within the past, like I said, 20 to 30 years. And it's an anomaly because wendigos are very specifically a Native American thing. And a lot of people think that wendigos are just scary, creepy, stalky kind of creatures that take on a more animalistic form to them. But it's actually believed that wendigos are more of a shaman that's reached a higher plateau, depending on what legend you go by. It's just like with anything. There's openings for interpretation, there's language barriers, there's all of these things that also factor in. But wendigo-specific sightings are actually intriguing because there's things you can do to precaution against them. There's things you can do to, draw them in even, which I would not recommend. I favor the legends that kind of show them as more of a light shamanistic thing, because a lot of what people do is they take something that they don't know and they turn it into a boogeyman. And I don't think that all things cryptozoological are boogeymen. I really don't. Where was I going with this? The train of thought. It has left me momentarily. Do I need more light, guys? I think I need a little more light. Woo, you can see me better. Now there are all kinds of YouTube videos about wendigo sightings and things of that nature. And I've listened to a lot of them. I have. Because one of the things I like to do with my downtime at work, while I'm doing my notes and stuff, and catching up on paperwork, is listen to the creepypastas and the real-life sightings and things like that. I listen to a lot of Corpse Husband, a lot of Unit 522, I listen to so many channels that are just scary stories, and I've actually taken whole, hours and whole, sessions of notes and things like that, where I'm listening to specific stories on specific things. And I've noticed that wendigos are popping up where they shouldn't be. Like I said, Germany, South Africa is an interesting one, and I'm wondering how these things are getting to these places. And I'm thinking that they're hopping on ships and they're having on planes, and they're just using all types of modern transportation to get to where they want to go. And I'm actually really interested in your opinions on this. And I would like to start a discussion about this, because wendigos are a thing that fascinate me. I'm not going to go seeking them out anytime soon. But if I ever encountered one, it'd be an interesting encounter, I'm going to say that much. Another thing I wanted to talk about in this video is the clown panic we're currently having. And it, to me, correlates a lot to the satanic panic of the 80s and early 90s. For example, it started out as just a weird kind of, oh, this sighting happened. Well, that's strange. And the satanic panic started out as, oh, those damn kids and their rock music and all this other stuff, and these bands taking on these personas of satanic type practices that weren't actually satanic type practices. That's a whole nother video in itself. But, you know, as we've gotten more mainstream with media and things like that, things spread a lot more quickly. The satanic panic in the 80s went on for so long, partially because you got it in bits and pieces. I wasn't alive during this time period, but I've done research on it, and the amount of, like, satanic cults led by children, not led by children, but involved with teenagers that were bored on a Saturday and things like that. This seems to me to have a lot of correlation with that. It really does. Because if you think about it, nobody knows where it started. Nobody knows what started it. Nobody really knows why. And I think the more this unravels, the more we'll see that the satanic panic that happened in the 80s is going to correlate a lot more with the clown panic we're having. Arrests are being made. People are copycatting things. Stalking is happening by these clowns. Now, it may not be as grouped, but I think it's again going to be a thing of these teenagers were bored. They started a thing. It's now taken off with the media, and I think that the satanic panic and the clown panic are not one and the same, because nobody's died yet. Knock on wood that nobody will. But I think that it does correlate a lot if you look at it from a side-by-side perspective. I think that these groups of clowns are coming from the media panic. And those groups of kids involved in satanic panic and things like that, a lot of them just did it for the attention. They did it because they were bored. They did it because they were experimenting with shit they shouldn't have been. Because some of them, I'm sure, probably actually opened up some things they should not have. That's a thing. But I just wanted to do a quick little video on wendigos and clowns and the satanic panic. And what are your views on this? What are your views on everything? Comment below. Tweet me. Instagram. Instagram is a good outlet for me. Just let me know your thoughts. Let me know your feelings. And I hope y'all have an amazing weekend. Here in Pennsylvania, the weather's been confusing as all get out, because we've had the air conditioning and the heat on in the same week, and I don't think that's right. But you guys have an amazing day. Stay spoopy. Stay in touch. Would love to hear from you guys sometime. Shout out to my friend Nikki, who I know personally, who I know watches my stuff. Love you all. I will definitely have some more longer videos for the cryptozoology corner. And I will talk to y'all later. Bye.